What's up, family? It's J-Wro here with the low. So people are often asking me, hey J-Wro, what are your favorite sweeteners? What are you using in your raw desserts and your breakfast and your amazing superfood recipes? Well, as you can see, I've got a whole slew of really fantastic low glycemic natural sweeteners that I want to give you guys the low on here today. So dig this, there's a lot of people moving away from refined sugars, and there's a variety of reasons for that. I don't really need to get into the diabetes epidemic that's happening in the US, but obviously that's a result of some poor eating habits and using refined sweeteners. So excessive refined sugar consumption can also be linked to inflammation of the joints, of the tissues, even possibly arthritis. So that's another downside to eating too much refined sugar. And then we're getting into Candida, right? A lot of people are talking about yeast overgrowth in the gut, and that's been a big thing here, especially those of you who have been following the body ecology diet and a lot of Donna Gates' teachings. She talks a lot about these issues, and particularly Candida overgrowth. So that's another reason, just your yeast balance in your gut, you want to choose some healthier sweeteners. But more so than any of the scientific research regarding excessive use of refined sugars, it's really about how your individual body feels when you eat a particular sweetener. Here's an example, you guys. I know that if I cheat a little bit and I'll have something with refined sugar once in a while, or maybe some turbinado sugar, I get kind of that gacked out feeling, you know what I mean? That feeling when you eat maybe a little too much of the wrong kind of sugar for your particular body, your body lets you know right away that it's not the best choice. I like to choose things that are a little more on the mellow side and that are easier for the body to absorb and assimilate. So as you can see in front of me, there's some really fantastic lower glycemic, natural plant and fruit-based sweeteners that I like to use in my recipes. Check it out. So we've got organic agave powder, which is pure inulin. It's very sweet. You can use it in pie crusts, baked goods. It's very versatile. Next up, we have one of my new favorites. This is probably one of my top 3 sweeteners. This is a green stevia leaf powder. It's 0 calories, 0 glycemic, and it's just got this amazing, super sweet taste. You don't need to use very much of it. So I'll put some in my smoothie, in my elixir. I'll use it again in a whole variety of dessert and breakfast recipes, but this bad mamma jamma here, this green stevia leaf powder, y'all gotta try some of this. Next up, we've got our sweet mesquite powder. Okay, you guys out there may be familiar with mesquite. A lot of people use it in barbecue sauces. They use it in condiments, and of course baked goods. This new sweet mesquite powder has all the amazing benefits like the beta carotene and all the minerals of regular mesquite, but it's lighter and has a hint of that sweet caramel taste. I just think it's phenomenal. And then we've got organic coconut palm nectar, which I love because you can use it as a 1-to-1 replacement for regular table sugar. So anything that you've been using refined table sugar, white sugar for, you can use coconut palm sugar 1-to-1 in the exact same ratio. So you can bake with it, you can cook with it, you can make syrups out of it, sauces. It's awesome. Then we're rocking clear agave nectar. Now, you're just thinking clear agave nectar. A lot of the agaves you may have seen on the market are actually dark in color. Well, I can tell you this one, first of all, is less refined, and here's why. When you cut open an agave plant, right? If you were to run out, if you're in the Southwest or here on the West Coast, and you take an agave plant, you cut that bad boy open, what comes out? It's not a brown liquid, it's actually a clear sap that comes out of the agave plant. So when we're talking about unrefined or minimally processed sweeteners, this clear agave is one that's as close to the original source as possible. That's why I like the clear agave nectars versus the brown agaves, because it's just less processed. And then we've got organic Yacon powder. Now, organic Yacon powder is awesome because Yacon has fructooligosaccharides. Say it with me, fructooligosaccharides, FOS is what they call them. But overall, again, I go back to the point, really be willing to experiment with different sweeteners and how they feel in your body, right? Because that's really the key. You want to feel balanced. You want to make sure your blood sugar is staying at a really balanced level throughout the day so you don't have those crazy energy spikes like you do when you have caffeine or refined sugar. And really, that's the best part about these natural sweeteners, is you have that sustained nice energy throughout the day, and just pick the right one for you. This is J-Wro on the low. Love you guys. Keep it real, keep it raw, and keep it sweet. and send me a tweet at Jason Wrobel